Mama Mobia and Free Ghana. Mr. Mama Mobia and Free Ghana. Some people are trying to get on British Airways. You better be settle. I want to see about them. To me, and be without entering somewhere. Now, there's something I want to put out here. Samo. Also, before elections, you know, now there were so many things going on. Me, I was focused. I needed that power from these people. I feel maybe about a month to elections. On my dynamic concentrating, I needed Ghanaians to understand. They say they had to go out and vote. Now, your real elections, no. Your real BBR. On the 7th of January, John Mahama, your best swearing in. La, Mo amukasa nyina me hu bia. Na mo sa ankwase afo na motete abrochire no. Ene mo sa IGP fo na motete Ghana no. Ye be reply obia baako. Me, waka masema over hundi o. Me hu bibia me pretended to say me hu ye. Because me no more strategy am dey medjuma. Me focus e wade so a me saka enu tina me edjuma till say me nsa beka. Wa woni so ka ma say me you ready. Wa wo ka say me afa me hu bia you ready. Because me I no go forgive. Wa wo ka ma say 10 minutes, me kan wo dey 10 minutes. Wa wo ka me nkonkonsa 10 minutes, me kan wo dey 10 minutes. Into bia anya ready. Member bia adwene nya say Kevin Taylor refi me. Kobusha Mr. P Mr. S. Ya archive obia there. Oh, Saboy we me catch up Saboy we. Now we are going to go after this boy.
Hini bi mumfa ni di mam yeso ye nu wosi nu ngwa de Bobu Ulomo awaye dey chief priest eye dey awaye dey waye chief priest etwonye nu ngwa hene. Now why and in 21st century in this age and era freedom why chief priest it yes wali akola 12 years wabodam ko why chief priest no go for monga jam chief priest so more mental problem exactly you be man so dey make am abunfu open dum tv no sense mu say ya na mbedi in 21st century dum tv ni dum entie kura dum no ko well, human beings, what breeds are this? We a chief presser. No one for Monganjam chief presser, so more mental problem. Exactly. Oh, yeah, Berman, so they make him a boom for open doom TV. Since who say I'm in 21st century, doom TV, doom and Tiakura Dumno.
In kind for the land is for you. We call Tian agency Umbun crime for. We call Tian agency or no, Nikrom Hinkwan Ubuno. And in the days coming, we will prove to Ghana for say, Sa en cran assassin and cran for dia. Now in cran for our youth one kind. Me say, Kweko ting, Nigerian say, or no, say, any chrome hinea umbuno. Now, ye baba chere Kweko ting say, Sani radio no is in cran for assassin so. Say Kweko ting no open radio no intacta on taking the right decision. Ultimately, the Incline for spiritual leaders attempt and working on the streets of Incline. No. The Incline youth are on the streets. And Obia or Taifa Bokina, Wajria will say, you are safe, you are not. You will cleanse Incline for Sassano, Ultimately, Naswa, Kokrum. Baby, I'm a Pakabuka, a Paitano. Baby, I'm a Chike, do be a Paitano. Every day we make a new 4 tires. Some accounts more than to say any ayebeshe. Yebe want tom car, mo be tom dan etu ye kurom. Baby am be park car ni bia yebe pai tire no. 4 tires in your bedroom. Everywhere you park the car. Now, this is just the beginning. Me say, Kweko ting. Na adwene say, ono de Say nya ne krom hene a omuo hene bia. Koko tin e radio ka kire nkranfo say omo ye what breeds. Omo ka kire nkranfo say omo mpanifo se bi omo ye nkwasiafo omo ni mama mamre. This is a message to Koko Ting. Take a decision in the next 24 hours. Nobody can insult Nkranfo and walk on the street of Ghana because nipe bi nema nipe bi tumi wo Ghana di nkwasiasem ebedu this point. That power will stop from today. Nobody is going to be safe. If you decide not to respect the Nkranfo ewon kranya, nobody is going to be safe on the streets of Ghana. Among for to be shit. And we will force the respect and Nkranfo hiano. We will give them that respect. Nkranfo deserve their respect. And this message, it is not going to Nkorankora, it is going to Koko Ting. Obanyansafo yebuni be. Kwasia binti adia wode unfifiri aye no ebehwere wo. Kwasia binti. But bibinti ene sebi asrewa oje ne ba oma ne maduane ane oyi nani ato nchen. Koko Ting bibinti ena asrewa ma ne maduane ane oyi nani ato nchen. When you take a decision, Nkranfo on the street will make a decision. They will take a decision. Nobody can come to Accra and be disrespecting Nkranfo. Nungwafo, they are my favorite people. Nungwafo, omunyamwa. No slave can come to Nungwafo asaso to come and insult them. No. We are going to prove to Yenuanoma Kamfo ni bi any asantifo ni bi say Nkran asase na Nkranfo dia. And nobody has the right to enter Nkran asase to disrespect Nkran. When you disrespect Nkran penifo na Nkran penifo ankasa, Nkran mebru will act. Udima amunko menshia. Ne atia na mrante betene dua se amanfo bia kasa bia kire menshia. Omo ninje ho, omo koko chenkofo be gina menchia. Se na otumfo pewu, otumfo mpewu. Menshia the youth ewa santimemu kasa omo ntiase. The same thing is going to happen. Nobody can stay in Accra and disrespect Nkranfo. Obanyansafo ibunibe. A year the NSA, NSB, a year Benjamin Ansa and an Nkofo, and I would like to tell the NDC new government coming in. Pay attention to the NSA, National Signal Bureau. Right now, what I can tell you is say. Okay, this is what is happening at the NSA. The National Signal Bureau na omune NCA ejumano. NSA for no omuna mo phones no mutumi tape, omuna omutumi ema mo network they drop it, omuna sebi when it comes to Ghana data ni ade omuna omo manipulate. Yes, our boys no more no. For some time you be directors. NSA they cast about 40 cars about Ghana. Fresh tier rubber, forerunners. Now, what is happening at the NSA, and I'm sending this message to the NDC. Oma no me directors in ya more casa, near more good salaries, you know. And they started dropping their positions. Ubuha no a secretary, near a director. Ubuha or a mere party person or more near a director. Omu nipa be 17 directors. And then almost start here, they are basically dropping their positions and not making them directors again. Because now they are going to be asked a lot of questions. Questioning is got to do with Ejuma Omaye. Kana Edema Omono. Where did they deserve the director positions? In the end, what they have started doing, and they say, they are not HR, a secretary, no, the director, no, and they are starting about HR. They are not department head now, the director no, and they are starting up a department head. But the funny thing is, I have all the documents as Uncle Fu is signing here with their names under it as a director. And I want to tell the NDC say this is what is happening at the NSA, NSB, National Signal Bureau, and the NCA. Now, you people should pay close attention to NSB. There's something going on there. All the cars that they are trying to hide. Ben Ansa is the person leading this. Now, what they are doing right now, and they say they are hiding documents, and some of the documents we have already. We are not worried. I can show you so many documents. Directors, Dinsha, they will all be called back to answer questions. More dropping in positions, communications director, communications, HR secretary, some from directors for the past 4 years, 5 years, and they are all going to answer questions. And the new people who are taking the directorship position now, some position now we taking it now, you are acting criminal because say nipa na obeshono or dadano na undeserving, so you are covering up for that person. And I know all of you guys, they are giving you directorship position now. Into our director or NSB, stay as director. Ben and someone are there, stay as director. Sa benefit amunya Land Cruisers, new ones, tier over we have record and the VIN numbers of all those cars. And I'm just sending a message to you guys. Stay as directors. Do not lower your positions. And I'm referring maybe say, most sending letters outside in your man. So what you are doing, you started this morning, it's funny. And I have my guys in there. And that one day I wouldn't lie to you. NCA have my guys in there. NSB I have my guys in there. So I am sending this message to NSB. You cannot change people's position. Directors stay directors. Managers stay managers. When we come in there, we will know who stole money and who took advantage of the country. So you people cannot change anything. The documents are already we have. Don't change anything. Directors are directors. It's very, very important. Now that's one. Now, no, this one each. NSB, right? National Signal Bureau. All right, there's another one. Yeah, but Nasia, but I just okay. Now, also, the National Security Council. National Security Council. There's something happening there. And with this one, I'll give phone numbers. Now, this is what is happening there. The National Security Council has purchased more than 1,000 Navara pickups. The National Security Council, more than 1,000 what we call Navara pickups. Mr. P, can you give me a Navara pickup picture? Now, Sakas we purchasing in South Africa. 1,000. And on my day, National Security Council. In fact, there is a company in Ghana that can basically, assemble this car, but they didn't do it. They say they have purchased 1,000 Navara pickups. Now, your company or Ghana assemblage, they went to South Africa to buy those cars. Now, they have also brought in 200 motorbikes. Fresh motorbikes, 200 of them. Now, they are distributing these cars to their party members and the motorbikes to their party members. NSC, National Security Council, stop that. Because we are going to ask you about this purchase. 1,000 Navara pickups in Accra, Free South Africa. Now, what they are doing right now, they say, almost had the 200 motorbikes. 200 motorbikes. They have started giving it out to party members, MPP members. Now, the man who is in charge of the vehicles are and then the phone number. If you know him, call him right now and tell him that he should stop. We know about the cars, 1,000 vehicles and 200 motorbikes. Almost say almost the bechiche NPP for to take home. Mister, stop it. Let me put their names up so that Mubehu Sani Panama from Kevin Taylor say nobody should dare do that. Now, your friend this man Noah Nyadro. This is phone number 024 6651217. 024 6651217 or two numbers. My first second one is Samamo. Noah Nyadro, he is in charge, the distribution of the vehicles. He is in charge. The number here is 024 6651217. The second Vodafone number no 020 819 0130. The MTN number here 024 6651217. And the Vodafone no 020 819 0130. Now, there's another man, honestly, in charge of the vehicles. Didn't they? George Odro. Now, George Odro, the phone number is 055 3748 101. 055 3748 101. This is George Odro. He is also in charge of the distribution of the vehicles and the motorbikes. There's one last person. You guys should call them tonight and tell them, 1,000 cars, nobody should touch even one. He's been swallowing a lot in the house. So the change in our style wasn't because we disrespected people or that was how we were built or we were trained. We had to give Ghana that medication because at that point, it was either we go in for the kill or we are killed. That's the thing. We had to go in for the kill or we are killed. And we all came together, you watching me, myself, my production team. We came together to understand, to analyze the issue, to know that the issue we are confronted with wasn't an easy thing. There was a takeover by a single family, and that we needed to bring in something new that most Ghanaians are not comfortable with. But we knew it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be tough. I knew it was going to be difficult socially for people to accept. It was going to be difficult religion-wise or religiously people to accept. I know our community, how we handle strong words and all that. I knew all these things. I had issues with family back home. I had issues with friends. There are a lot of friends that I had to drop off along the way because this path was a tough one. I had family members I had misunderstanding with. This path was very important. So we all suffered our own kind of pain. But what we did was we were resolute because the end game was very important. And the funny thing is, it's not done yet. The bigger job is now about to start. We need to find where the money is. We need to find who is keeping the money at home. We need to be following the money. We need to retrieve what has been stolen. That's the most difficult part. And at the same time, you need to be checking the government of the day. These are very difficult things to do. And so when I say we are exhausted because we are going to take a short break, and then we come back again, and it's going to be looking, searching, and also monitoring. We will be following the money. We will be searching for the criminals. We will be exposing them. At the same time, we need to keep an eye on the John Mahama administration. And with us, we love everybody. We love the NDC. I love the NDC. I love the leadership. But the fact are the fact, if the thing isn't right, we have to let them know that this isn't right. This is right. This is right. And that's how it's supposed to be. So at the end of the day, it's a tough one. We are not done yet. This is just part one. We are going to still do this. That I can promise you. We are going to be more resolute. We are going to be more hard-hitting. We are going to keep a very tight or close eye on the new government. We are also going to keep an eagle eye on the past government and the appointees. Where all the money is, we know where some are. We will follow the money. We know all the buildings they have built. We know where they are keeping. We will make sure that you get to know all the truth. So this is tough. And let's brace ourselves, because if you want to build a nation, you don't do it in a day. It's going to take us years, and some people are going to take over from us. And that is the most important thing that we all need to understand. I can't do this till I'm 80 years, till I'm 60 years, till I'm 50 years, I can't do it. But at least I can leave a mark that myself and my team and my production team and the people on this platform, at a point when we are not around, we'll get people who are bold enough to criticize constructively and also be fair and also take stands. You need to take a stand in everything you do. So this is tough. This is tough. It's not easy. And we had a roller coaster moment in our production in this our life. Sometimes we also have low points. We get very, very frustrated. Sometimes we get emotional. Sometimes we get personal, but it's part of the whole thing. It's unless you are not attached to what you do, unless you don't want to connect with the people who are watching you or what they are going through. That's why sometimes we get very emotional and sometimes we get very personal. Not because we personally hate people. It's because we want people to also enjoy the kind of life we're enjoying. We want people to understand that when it comes to politics, it's about you, your livelihood, how you're going to live. So you have to be part of the conversation. To come out to say that I want John Mahama to lead Ghana, it wasn't just out of love for John Mahama. I've seen men like John Mahama. I've seen intelligent men like John Mahama. And there are so many of them in Ghana. But it only takes something unique about somebody for you to say, I believe you can do something. It's the belief and the understanding that the peace you have yourself, that this thing I am supporting should make a difference. So I sat down, I analyzed president's government and looked deep, tried to find out where the faults were in the J.J. Rawlings administration, in the Kufuor administration, in Atta Mills administration, the Mahama administration. I felt at a point that Mahama wasn't treated well. I'm not going to talk for Atta Mills because we all know he's resting well, and now I can't bring it into our conversation. But I think John Mahama wasn't treated well when he lost 2016 elections. He wasn't treated well because I felt that the vote against John Mahama John Mahama took the burden of things he had no knowledge about. Some he had, but majority of the things he took the hit for, or he was blamed for. As an upcoming politician at his age those times, he should have been given the opportunity to lead. And I felt that some people felt that he had to be pushed out. He wasn't lucky to be made or to occupy that position at his age. Majority of the people were envious about his age. They didn't really like it because they felt that in his political career he has been too lucky. So even people close to him and his own party people, some of them felt that this guy has been having his way too easily. But they forgot to also look at the other part of his commitment, his hard-working attitude, his discipline when it comes to his work, the intelligence and the passion he adds to it. We as Ghanaians forgot about that part. So majority of us became blindfold. We deliberately decided not to look at these things. And at the end of the day, we decided to kick John Mahama out. After John Mahama left office, I analyzed and I realized that he wasn't treated well. I came to Ghana, I looked around, and I told myself that this guy has to be given the opportunity again to lead. And it all comes from the belief you have in the person and his work ethics and his experience. Every day, so I'm a catcher Ghana for say, I will never say that John Mahama is perfect. He's going to make mistakes. It's a fact. This new government, he will make mistakes. But he will do better than before. His mistakes will be less because of his experience. And that is what we have always wanted. If anybody tells you, said John Mahama will be president from 7th of January, and that is going to be one of the perfect governments in the history of Ghana, he's lying to you. John Mahama is going to have his low point. It's a fact. He's going to lead 33 million very difficult people, Ghanaians, and he needs to understand that he cannot please everyone. He is going to try, and at least majority of the grievances of the people are met. He's going to try and do that. But we should understand that John Mahama cannot fulfill everything. John Mahama can stabilize your country for you. He can bring some decency back into your country, in your governance. John Mahama can leave a mark that will be the standard. And Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman, to me, is the most important part of John Mahama's administration. The most important because Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman wants to leave a mark that no woman in Ghana has left behind before. And the legacy she wants to leave, to me, I see it is bigger than John Mahama's legacy. So with Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman being the running mate of John Mahama, it basically cushions John Mahama. It basically will help him to understand that he needs to, at least he has some adults in the room. John Mahama is not a kid, but he has some adults in the room that he cannot disrespect. So this is a good combination. This is a combination that is to protect their integrity and also to make you understand that some leaders really think about Ghana. So Mentena ha mamon and create be to trim say from the 7th, no. Ubia na would todokono 1 city, better dokono 5 city, better dokono 1 city. It's a process. A process. Governance is process. Governance a process. You will see the effect of good governance. And if you're going to be honest enough with yourself as a Ghanaian, you will see it when they take over. IGP Damapre is lobbying so hard to be kept in his position. More and more NDC top. What I can tell you, Nene, say, because of Damapre and some policemen, a lot of policemen were pushed out of this service. The IGP Damapre is doing everything, material, money, to some of you guys up there in the NPP, NDC, to keep his position. I don't have a problem with Damapre. But so Damapre him say, anytime I appoint him, I don't think he has to try and influence anybody there to keep his position. When we NDC for now, you are entertaining this, no, stop. Stop. IGP Damapre, so I hear Juma on him, so I hear Juma. Nipa obe appointing be keep no. Nipa appointing no, ebeka se on free ho. Wa only John Mahama, or NDC ma wa adwene ya wo say, ubetumi add negotiate behind the scenes to influence the decision of the president to stop it. I know you. And Damapre should stop using money to keep his position. This election has been perfect. The police, they have conducted themselves. But it does not mean, say, we cannot go back and check your record as an IGP. So why you should not be scared. Do not lobby anybody. I am just saying this. And there's one thing too I didn't tell you people, and I want to recognize a year. When it comes to some study your results now, any election day, how our information was coming in, any the kind of intel that we were putting out. This group is called On the Ballot. On the Ballot. They are a group. They really helped the NDC behind the scenes, and we collaborated with them on some of the exposés we did during the elections. And I would like to congratulate them and appreciate their effort. Some groups you don't hear about them, but they really work. Some of the videos are short videos na LGBTQ. They were house on the ballot. This group, a group they are part of the NDC, but they are the kind of group they do things voluntarily. They don't show their face. In our work, getting to the elections, and during the elections, there were some kind of information we picked. Sometimes, I needed men on the ground. This group on the ballot, provided men on the ground for me. And there were some very technical things I needed to record stuff, and they were able to do these things for me because all my men were doing something else. Ice on the ballot. Loud Silence TV and Loud Silence Media, we are recognizing your work. In fact, I'm one of the few I trusted to work with. Ice on the Ballot. They really did an amazing job. And the leadership of Ice on the Ballot, the contribution they contributed to a NDC campaign, it's crazy and people don't know. Personally, I know they put a lot of money in their resource to make sure, especially on the ground on election day, people going on the ground and taking videos and monitoring, and Ice on the Ballot spent over 300,000. Because even my men, about 20 of them.
There's so much to do on campus, and the resources and things like that, I think really has allowed me to fall in love with the UFA because I've been able to do so much.
They took care of everything that they had to do and their own budget. And these are people who work for parties. They don't even ask ask for anything from party, but they need to be recognized. Ice on the Ballot. I appreciate you guys, and you are a very solid platformer. We will always be happy to collaborate with you people. And this election, and I'll be very honest. with you guys. They really, really worked. They really helped us. At a point, I was short of men. I was short of guys. Some of the job you need people with the experience to do it. My guys who had the experience had to be somewhere to be distracting some things. So these guys are more eyes on the ballot. So they gave me some guys. I worked with them are very, very smart guys. And they really made the job a bit easy for us. So, eyes on the ballot, we are giving you credit for your support. I hope that you guys don't stop what you're doing. If the NDC are very, very serious about winning elections upon elections, they need to collaborate with you guys. You guys I've worked with me, investigative journalism, but you guys, I met you halfway and I've seen you have the quality. Because of what quality you have the quality. So I really respect you guys and the support you give us. Eyes on the ballot. Don't forget them. I hope you guys can open a website and stuff and put your stuff there and for people to know what you do. Eyes on the ballot. One of the best groups are in Juma. Okay, so what I'm hearing is Teddy of Ayensuano lost his seat. I don't know what happened there. We did all that we could do to maintain Teddy or Ayensuano. But what we heard and they say almost to skirt and blouse. And I want to tell Ayensuano for say your development has been taken away. It's a fact. Because from what you are seeing in Parliament, MPP Nibia or Parliament we are also work from home. Also Juma free fee. Because no MP is relevant in Parliament again. It Ayensuano na me catch them. Don't make that mistake. Sa MPP ni na matuama no. Only one ekwe ejuma because NDC for win parliament nyina. And the NPP for krampo omuni eyedien, omuni leader our parliament. Until for the next 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, 16 years, you people will never get any development. And it hurts me because you need your MP there as an NDC MP to lobby for you. And anytime you catch them say skirt and blouse, emboamo, mun keep it Teddy. Now Teddy the between John Mahama yejuma. And as we speak, Ghana NDC winning almost close to 189 seats in Parliament. NPP 4 seat in 90. Into MPP niya edian okoye. Ontumi fa kapre embassy. We advised you, and I feel bad for Teddy. He did everything that he could do. A young man who flew ho mumubi sika enen kwasi adinti. Munche juma oyemamo. But this is where we are. So you are out. You are going to struggle and make counter. Now when Uncle First came free, John Mahama by Mumbraho. Someone himself per MPP nino. Uncle First Cambremo, Embeyamo Quine, Ombesi school, Ombesi hospital, Uncle Famra. Politics near Ghana is here. We need to understand say Wama Bayamba Unya development is a fact. Sa enso sosone so somosono. Sa ankwasi asemno ena maya bedruha. It matters get and blouse and yaminshra so. Munyi muhum free Ghana development because my bre sa we MP no na ono obenya chance no akojo Mahama akọ convince no onya bibia na afenyo making crowd and aboa. Right now as we sit here MPs will be working from home. Now ko parliament adena the impact when and Oshe a the map of Ghana, political map of Ghana, election map of Ghana. This is how it looks.
Say goodbye to Slack because chat's here and it's inside ClickUp. Everything you need in chat is here. Like
apart from Ashanti, Eastern, and Northeast, the whole country to John Mahama. Apart from Ashanti, Eastern, and Northeast, the whole Ghana region be out to John Mahama. 13 out of 16 regions.